Tesla has been increasing communication since Musk took to Twitter. January 25, 2023. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has had a massive online following for years. Due in part to his online presence. H is outspoken and has sort of played the role of a comedian over the years while really being the sole spokesperson for Tesla. Many would argue that Musk is Tesla. But it hasn't felt that way since he got an itch to buy Twitter. And his absence and attitude shift became more obvious once he took the helm at the social media company. While Tesla does have an active PR department in China, and perhaps other parts of the world, the company's press team went away in the US years ago. Tesla does have its own social media channels, as does SpaceX, but Musk has always been the main communicator for the companies, especially on our shores. Not long after Musk decided to buy Twitter, it started to become clear that he was distracted, not only by the prospects of the acquisition itself, but also by the financial mess it became, the politics involved, and the list goes on and on. To this day, Musk says H is still fully committed to his role at Tesla. He touts the EV maker's continued successes, and even notes that he hasn't missed any meetings. But many would still argue that something has clearly changed. Whether or not Musk is still doing his thing at Tesla behind the scenes isn't likely what's bothering people. But rather, it's the lack of Musk's positivity and Tesla talk on their social media feeds that seems to be worrying them. And, according to Electrek, the data shows that Tesla has made an obvious effort to ramp up communication over the last few months while Musk has become seemingly absent and stirring up controversy. Things are always developing at Tesla. And there are always many unanswered questions. Musk has sort of served as the gateway to answers and solutions over the years, and his fans have come to appreciate and expect it from him. If H is not going to serve in that role now due to his time at Twitter, it may be a better time than any for Tesla to bring back a US-based PR department. It appears as though other leaders at Tesla have taken notice, because the company started tweeting about its vehicles and products, which is rare. As you may have seen, Tesla has even started to put together videos and full Twitter threads outlining and touting products and features. The following are recent examples of such. After it became clear to Electrek that Tesla was tweeting much more often, it took a look at the data. As you can see from the chart below, there's an obvious spike over the past months. The publication goes on to share that Tesla is also using Instagram more often now. In addition, it's putting together more blog posts for its website. In fact, Tesla only posted 2 blogs from January to August 2022. However, since then, it has already posted 6. Have you noticed the trends shared in this article? Do you feel it's time for Tesla to bring back a PR department? If Musk were to finally step down as Twitter's CEO, do you think it would make a notable difference? Leave us your thoughts in the comments section below. Source: reposted and summarized from Stephen Loveday at InsideEVS.com. My take: Elon is showing the world the value that Twitter can give a company when dealing with the public. Tesla's price cuts may prove competitive advantage. January 25, 2023. Electric vehicles are becoming more popular among buyers. And for most, Tesla will be the obvious first name to come to mind on the subject. And while recent price cuts may cause some concern for bearish investors, others think that they could help woo buyers and prove Tesla's competitive advantage. Tesla's price cuts may actually prove the company's competitive advantage, rather than losing its pricing power, at least according to the Motley Fool's Dan Kaplinger. The claim comes amidst many critics pointing to weakening demand for Tesla's EVs in the US and European markets. Though there could be more to the story per Kaplinger's point of view. The announcement of the Model 3 and Model Y price cuts initially resulted in a sharp drop in price for Tesla's shares, causing even more concerns for bearish Tesla investors. In addition to the US and European markets, Tesla also cut prices in China, South Korea, Japan and Australia, and some investors have since begun asking if this was a particularly unusual decline. Still, Tesla's increased production capacity could play a role in future growth, and bullish investors and analysts think the declines are consistent with the automaker's long-term strategy. One such bullish analyst includes Kaplinger, who is quick to note that the added efficiency of new and coming gigafactories will soon benefit Tesla in an increasingly competitive industry. As production capacity has increased, Tesla arguably should be able to reap efficiencies of scale that make it more competitive against rivals. Kaplinger wrote, "Indeed, Tesla pointed to moderating cost inflation as one factor in the price cuts. Passing on the impact of lower expenses to customers is a common way for an industry leader to demonstrate a competitive advantage. Tesla primarily cited moderating cost inflation as a factor to the price cuts, though it could also be related to the recently enacted tax credit update. Some of Tesla's Model 3 and Y units were previously ineligible for the federal EV tax credit, worth $7,500, due to being priced out of the eligible range. With the recent price cuts, some of Tesla's Model Y units have gained eligibility. It's impossible to predict what may happen to Tesla's stock, but the news comes as increasing competition enters the still niche EV market. Legacy automakers are beginning to ramp up their construction plans for EV and battery production, and Tesla will be likely to face a shifting automotive landscape in the coming years. Source: reposted and summarized from Avanex at InsideEVs.com. My take: of course, Tesla can sell their cars at a profit, cheaper than the other companies can make their cars. Tesla ramps 4680 cell production at Giga Nevada. January 25, 2023. Tesla is ramping 4680 cell production at Gigafactory Nevada. The company recently announced a $3.6 billion new investment in Giga Nevada, which will go towards growing the factory's footprint. More employees, a 100 gigawatt-hours 4680 cell factory, and a semi-factory. Today, we're announcing $3.6 billion of new investment in Giga Nevada. 4M square featuring of new manufacturing footprint, 3K additional team members, 2 new manufacturing facilities, a 100 gigawatt-hours 4680 cell factory, and our first high-volume semi-factory details. Tesla at Tesla January 24, 2023. Tesla plans to hire 6,500 full-time employees at the growing Gigafactory in Nevada. The company estimated that its plans for a 100 gigawatt-hours 4680 battery cell factory would have the capacity to produce enough batteries to manufacture 2 million light-duty vehicles annually. For perspective, Tesla produced approximately 1,313,851 million Model S 3, X, and Y vehicles last year. In the Q3 2022 earnings call, Tesla announced that its 4680 cell production tripled compared to the second quarter last year. The company currently has 4680 battery lines at Giga Texas and the original pilot line at the Fremont factory. Source: reposted and summarized from Maria Marano at TeslaRT.com. My take: wow, Tesla has a lot of irons in the fire. I wonder what will be coming next. Tesla Model Y and Model 3 now eligible for full €6,750 German incentive. January 25, 2023. As Tesla rethinks its pricing strategy in areas across the globe, customers are not only benefiting from the notable reductions, but also the fact that models and variants are now newly eligible for incentives. It has just been officially confirmed that the Tesla Model Y and Model 3 both qualify for the maximum €6,750 in Germany. Tesla's vehicles already didn't qualify for a number of incentive programs in various markets before it raised its prices many times in 2022. Now that the US EV maker has dropped prices significantly in Germany, all variants of the Model Y qualify for the subsidy for the first time. The same is true of the Model 3. Though it has qualified in the past, German lawmakers recently adjusted the price caps on the incentives such that Tesla's vehicles were considered too expensive to be eligible. This came as no surprise since similar situations have played out in the past and in other locations. The revamped US EV tax credit has a $55,000 limit for E-Versus that it doesn't classify as SUVs, which made most Model Y variants ineligible until Tesla moved forward with significant price cuts. Tesla, along with the Federal Office for Economic Affairs and Export Control BAFA in Germany, has officially confirmed that all trims of the Model 3 and Model Y qualify for the full incentive for 2023. Tesla Germany shared via Electrek is translated from German. As BAFA officially confirmed at the end of last week, both the Tesla Model 3 and, for the first time, the Tesla Model Y qualify for the highest premium of the new state subsidy, which will be up to €6,750 in 2023. BAFA plus manufacturer's share. For both Model 3 and Model Y, the maximum subsidy applies to all model upgrades, including the maximum range and performance variants. According to Tesla, if you couple the newly reduced prices with the maximum incentives in Germany. Both the Model 3 and Y can be had for just over €40,000. More specifically, the Model 3 in Germany has a starting price of €40,470 when factoring in the full €6,750 subsidy. The Model E's starting price is only €900 more, coming in at €41,370 after the incentive. It will be interesting to see how Tesla handles pricing in Germany, the US and other areas going forward. Will it make every effort to ensure that the prices stay within the constraints of the various incentives and tax credits? It appears the automaker has some wiggle room in Germany at this point since all variants and model upgrades are currently eligible. What do you think? Source: reposted and summarized from Stephen Loveday at InsideEVS.com. My take: one more small piece in the puzzle that will allow Tesla to dominate the world.